it's Lisa. We're doing something a little bit different for me today. I am working with the A side of a paper. When I started out with this is the Everyday Circus collection from Fancy Pants that I bought mainly for the colors. These are the colors in the collection, and these rich reds and blues and more of a true green, not so much aqua, are colors that a lot of our photos have those colors in them, especially in the wintertime. So I ordered this collection a few months ago knowing that I would use it for some winter photos, and I had these photos from last winter. There's another bird in it. Actually, it's not really a bird issue. It's the bird house, but the problem was that we had a possum, a little small possum that would get in the birdhouse every night. And it's the bird feeder actually, and it would sit in the bird feeder, and we couldn't tell if it was eating the food or not, but it would just stay in there and you couldn't run it out. It was just determined to stay. So my husband put this wiring around it to keep it out at night, and he would go out there and he would put it out in the late afternoon, and then he would take it off every morning. So we did this for a few nights until the possum finally gave up. If you've ever encountered a possum, you don't really want to get that close to them. They have very sharp fangs or teeth and very bad looking claws, so nobody messes with the possum. But anyway, so this was sort of a preventive measure, and the colors here, he's wearing his blue jacket, yellow gloves, and it just looks, it's kind of a wintry look, but as I say, the red really goes well for us for the winter kind of colors. So the papers are perfect, and when I started going through them, picking out, like this, and I really liked this paper, and my plan was to put photos on here, I was going through, and I have this beautiful red B-side paper, and I happened to flip it over, and the title here, Welcome to My Everyday Circus, just really spoke to me for this particular layout, because it is related to animals. And it's just sort of the kinds of things that seem to come up around here every day. So I'm going to go ahead and use the A side of this, but I do have that great red paper, and I only have the one sheet. So I want to preserve some of it. This is also an awfully big sheet for just these 3 small photos. They're 3x4s. So I think that I want to trim this down some. So what I've got in mind is to go ahead and trim it off here and maybe up here at the top. And I'll lose a lot of the banner, but that's all right. I was going to have photographs over the banner pretty much anyway. It was mostly the title I was trying to preserve. So I'm going to trim some of that off, and I'll still have then some red paper I can use on another layout, and I think I'm going to use this in the background and maybe some of this as well. This is also a good layout to do quite a bit of fun embellishment with stickers and things. The only thing I bought with the collection were these stickers, and there's a lot of wonderful ones in here that are applicable not to a circus but to just everyday life. Like the best memories come from the craziest ideas, and stuff that I think is really appropriate to us because we just seem to always have these little problems. We have to come up with unique ways to solve them. I also have some stickers here. I matched this up with the collectible collection from My Mind's Eye. I still have a little bit of the paper left. In fact, there's a really good red that I have left in there, and a check. I don't think I'm going to need that, but I have those. And I still have several of the stickers left. So there's some good stickers I think that will go here to do some type of embellishment group. And I've got some home related flair that I bought off Etsy. So I think I have several things here to work with to create some fun embellishments and make this a colorful and cute page.
So this title is really flat, especially since I normally use thickers for my title or sometimes die cuts. So I thought I would punch it up a little bit with some glossy accents, and I'm going over the word circus, just trying to stay within the lines as much as possible. And I chose circus because there wasn't anything laying on top of it. It was just that word by itself, and it was curvy, so it would be a little easier, I thought, to stay on top of it rather than to try to squeeze things into those sharp points of like the edge of the Y and everyday and so forth. So I go over this with the glossy accents, and I was really pleased with how it came out. It gives it an embossed look. And then I'm going to put it a little bit toward the lower right hand corner of the page, and of course I like the back, so I want to cut out the middle, which is my usual way of doing things. Especially this is I think the first time I've used this paper collection, so I don't know what I'll end up using it with. Sometimes I cut these middles out and don't ever really do anything with them, but typically I do. If it's a paper I like well enough to take the time to do that, usually that will, either that plaid or the wood grain will come in handy at some point. So putting a little adhesive around the very, very inside edge and using my ruler to get this on straight. Okay. So now we can place, kind of get an idea of where the photos are going to go. And my big embellishment group is going to be there on the left. I also have lots of room for journaling. I picked out my flare and I'm going through some of these cute, appropriate little stickers from Fancy Pants that went with this collection. A lot of things there that I think will be useful. And then I also have some great stickers left from this My Mind's Eye collection. And again, a lot of these are appropriate. They're really generic. That was, I think, I have Simple Stories 24/7 and I have the My Mind's Eye collectible collection. I think these may be Simple Stories stickers actually, but they're very generic. So a lot of possibilities there. I still really want to work this paper in. I just haven't quite figured out where to put it. I like all those different colors. And I was thinking that, you know, I needed an animal on here. And what we really had, of course, was a possum, but I don't have that, obviously, as a stamp or anything. But I have these two squirrels. I have a squirrel stamp that's real cute. I haven't used from Imaginess. I like that. And I also have this little squirrel die cut that I picked up at Hobby Lobby back in the regular crafting area where they have some wood cuts. And I think it's going to be the better one because it's a little smaller and it just fits the scale of the page a bit better, or where the embellishments are going to go. Now I'm trying to match up some colors here. I decided I might add some washi tape. I think I'm going to put everything on a tag. And I thought it would be cute to have some washi tape go around it and really bring all these colors together. And next thing is probably going to be putting my journaling on. I need something up there also in the corner of that one photo because the corner got bent and it's going to have something covering it to keep that bend place from showing. So I put a little hello sticker in there because I've got a little bird who's trying to get into the feeder one morning before we rushed out there and got the wiring off. Alright, so I hand wrote my journaling since I had lines. It's unusual for me, but I did it in a soft blue color, so it's not real standout kind of thing. Cut a tag on the silhouette, and this particular tag on the silhouette had a circle in the middle that was a little large, I thought, so I just erased that and did my own. I punched a 1/2 inch white circle, marked the middle of it, and then punched the middle out with my crocodile. So now I have reinforcement for my tag. I'm going to put some washi then around the tag, doing my best to keep it straight. And I couldn't remember what order I had those colors in. I haven't been using my washi much lately, so it needs a little workout. And I was going to put my squirrel up there with the feeder, but I think that he looks better on that tag. It's like I purposely left him a space there. I didn't, but it worked out. And then I decided to move the flare up a bit as well, so I'm going to put a few pieces of washi up there to give it a home.
Okay, so we're all done. The only thing I didn't really get to do was to use this paper that I kind of had in mind, but I used several washi tapes that I think work really well. So let's take a close-up at the embossed letters we created with glossy accents over the printed letters. And then just kind of created a resting place for the flare there. And then a lot of the embellishment goes to the tag. So it was a really simple page that started out with the A side more designed page, but kind of used some of the design but covered up some other pieces, and then just trimmed it down and put it on one of the other papers. So it really went pretty fast to make a cute page and tell a cute story. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll check out my other videos here on YouTube. If you're not a subscriber already, you can subscribe and you can find out more about this layout and other projects that I have over on my blog. Thanks so much.